Hey there, Semi here. How you doing? We have another semi-casual. This is episode 6. So, I didn't plan this one, so guess what? I'm gonna yap. Well, no, I had an idea. I was thinking about just like appreciating the little things, like, like if you're on Twitter or Blue Sky, I don't know. I'm starting to try out Blue Sky. It's a slow process. But like, I was thinking about like the little things. Like sometimes I do feel a little self-conscious, like I'm not a real VTuber and all that. Even though if you look at me, you're like Semi. You're anime. You are a VTuber. I know, but like sometimes I don't quite feel like I am. Like there's certain expectations that VTubers have, like, being gamers or great yappers or being in a company or doing great projects. And I don't really do any of those things. It's like the video game is always like a weak spot for me because I actually, a fun fact, don't really like video games all that much. And I also come from a time where the term gamer was like guarded horribly, at least where I lived. So if you were like a filthy casual, you were basically the devil, So that's why I have this almost like paranoia about games, even though I play solitaire, Stardew, Minecraft a little bit when it doesn't make me motion sick. I still have a very hard time considering myself someone who plays video games, much less a gamer. But that stuff aside, sometimes I'll feel like kind of down, like I suck. And but one thing I've been doing is I've been trying to keep track of every single nice thing, every single fan art I get from people, because people took time out of their day to make this for me. And that's sweet. Just like how I take time out of my day to make fan art for people. Well, some people take time to make fan art for me. And I greatly appreciate it, regardless of the caliber. Like, because some people will feel self-conscious about their drawing talents being like, well, I don't draw very good, or I suck or whatever. And I'm like, no, everyone is good. Everyone is great, because you're trying. And I greatly appreciate that. Even that one guy who just straight up drew me naked. No, I'm not gonna tell you what that is. But fun fact, you got something wrong. But it's because it's something I refuse to reveal. Anyway. But no, I still appreciate it though. I actually don't mind if people make NSFW of me. It's just I probably won't really acknowledge it. Mainly because people try to, get me to draw porn anyway. And I do. I just don't like showing it because I'm self-conscious, and no matter how much people try to convince me that, Sebby, it's okay, I'm like, no, it's not. I will never be okay. If like there is stuff I've made, I have put it out there, but no, I'm never gonna tell you where it is. You're just gonna have to find it by accident. Like the one drawing I have. It's just like the one drawing because I'm an asshole. But no, it's but I still like to take the time to be like, you know what, it's okay. Though sometimes I literally require someone to like tell me that I'm actually not terrible. It's hard sometimes, and I you probably feel like that too sometimes, right? Where you're like, I'm a failure, I suck, I don't do anything good, and you actually do. Like you actually do, but it's kind of hard to like realize that you do when you're in the moment. It's like, it's like you don't realize that somebody actually likes seeing you every day, like a lot of people don't think about that, because like basically your average person is like a lurker. If you're streaming and you notice the amount of people who are watching the stream are not the amount of people talking. Because some people just like being there and being silent supporters, like if you have any type of routine, for example, people get used to seeing you, people get used to seeing you, and it adds a bit of normalcy to their lives. That's what routine does. Like some people hate the idea of routine, but everyone has a routine, like everybody, and routine is comforting. It adds a bit of normalcy. Like, for example, I have a thing I do every week where I go to a bookstore. I Every week I go to a bookstore. And it's like my mental place of solace where I kind of detach and detox from the week, you know. And I just go and I just kind of go there with my stuff, and sometimes I'll draw, sometimes I'll write, sometimes I'll just read manga. Like, I'll just kind of be there. And people get used to me. Like, people will, you know, people do they'll glance over and you glance over, you meet eyes, and you both do the nod. You know, I forgot I didn't rig nodding on my model, but whatever. Because I'm lazy. One day I will nod, but not today. Today you will just get me shaking around. But yeah, like the little things like that. But your average person won't really tell you that you affect their lives, you know? Like, and the same thing goes, that's why I remember I made a video like a long time ago that you never really know what the influence you have on the world, because every viewpoint, every person is unique, because there's no such thing as people having the exact same experience. Everybody has a unique experience, and if you were gone, that experience goes with you, you know? No one will ever truly know you, you know? Not as much as you know yourself, you know? And when you go, you know, regardless of how you go, you know, that's gone forever, you know? And someone will always miss you. You know, a lot of people have this like thought that no one would miss them if they suddenly disappeared, you know? That's not true. That's not true. Sometimes I miss people and I don't even know who the fuck they are. Like, you know, the person who goes running in front of my house every day, if they suddenly stopped, I'm just like, I wonder what happened to that person. That is considered missing them. When you wonder about them, missing is not always, when you miss someone, it's not always the crying your eyes out, bawling and being like writing poetry. Sometimes it's like, I wonder what that person's doing right now. I wonder if they're okay. You know, whatever happened to them? Did they move? Did they do better? Did they do worse? That's what missing means to me. So someone will always miss you. Someone will always wonder about you. People think about you, you know? Even if they've never met you in person, even online, you know, people get used to seeing your little screen name pop up, you know, and if you suddenly disappeared, they'd wonder, you know, like, I know online, like the internet makes things seem really warped sometimes, you know, like it really does. Like, it makes it seem like everyone's a terrible person, you know, but that's not even true. Not even online. Online, you can have a nice experience. Not everything's terrible on the internet, but like some people want it to be. Some people do want it to be as bad as it is, so they can, you know, like I think a lot of people want to feel bad. Like, a lot of people feel bad, and but you know, popular culture tells you if you feel bad, you need a reason. So they're looking for a reason to feel bad because they feel bad. Well, there is a reason, but it's something you have no control over. Excuse me. Whether it be like whether it be chemicals in the brain or whatever, or the crushing social pressure of life. All these things will affect you, you know, but that's why you need to appreciate the little things. You know, when they say touch grass, some people take that as an insult, but I'm like, do you even know what that means? It means kind of getting out of the place that's causing you the most stress. It's not always literally go and touch plants like some people like to think. Some kids these days. Sometimes it's just going and sitting out on a balcony, you know, and just looking at the sky. Don't look at the ground. Look at the sky. Sometimes like, don't look at the ground, because then you'll want to jump. But like, look at the sky. Look at clouds. Go to a window, you know? Like, go to a window and just look out there, you know? Just kind of clear your mind. Like little things like that. Don't look at your phone. Look at the outdoors, you know? I understand if you have allergy season, then you can just look at the window, you know? You got any cats, dogs, hamsters, snakes, hang out with your pets, you know? Like all that, because it just kind of gets you away from the thing that's causing you stress. That's what they mean when they say touch grass. Because I honestly feel some people think that touching grass means to go F off. And I'm like, that's not what that means. You know, I mean, some people may mean it that way, but honestly, sometimes it's good just to kind of get away, you know? And I'm someone who's terminally online. Like, I am. I don't seem like I am, but I am. I love being online. I love researching. I love trolling Twitter. I like all that. But, like, I do get away from it. Excuse me. No, I'm not gonna edit that out. I don't edit shit. I need to learn how to edit, but I'm not going to. Not right now. I'll learn how to edit one day. I have to set some time aside for it, you know, which I will. But yeah, but just appreciating little things, doing little things you like. Like, I still love making up stories and characters and writing fan fiction about myself because I'm a psychopath. Just fun stuff like that, yeah. You know, taking time to just do stuff to help turn your brain off is good. For some people, it's playing the video game. You know, for some people, it's reading. For some people, it's writing really weird fanfics about who knows what, you know? Or like staring at Pinterest for like 9 hours. Little things like that, you know? But like, you need to go easy on yourself, you know? Like, I gotta go easier on myself. I'm not perfect, but I'm also not even a monster. Sometimes I feel like I am, but that's because people have been gaslighting me for a really long time. Like, I'm not a monster. You're not a monster. Even if someone calls you a monster, being a monster is way more involved than just being kind of rude on the internet or finding an excuse to use slurs. Like, I don't understand that. Some people really like using slurs, and I'm just like, why? Other than, I guess, the momentary rush they get from doing something taboo, like, ooh, I'm saying a bad word. Because, like, even now, cursing doesn't feel as strong, so maybe they're just looking for something higher, you know? But like, I don't know. Like, people have called me the N-word, obviously, and I'm just like, I mean, okay, I guess. That just tells me the type of person you are. Not that you're a monster, but you're someone sad and pathetic, and you're just trying to do anything to get attention because your parents didn't pay attention to you or were terrible people. You know? Anybody who uses slurs at me just gets my pity. Because it's sad that they think that this is something they have to do to get attention. You know, because it's always like the same type of people who like to do that, you know, outside of racists or whatever. Because, like, you know, because people do not understand just how you could be like, as like, how do I put this? Like, despite my hilariously dark past and everything and all that, like, I literally am. That's why I personally don't think that depression is something that everybody gets, you know? Like, and I take people who say they have depression seriously because I don't actually get depression in the way that most people talk about it. Like, yeah, I get sad sometimes, don't get me wrong. There's a difference between being sad, you know, and being actual straight up depressed, you know? Because for me, and I have dark thoughts all the time, you know, I do. Like, if you have dark thoughts, that is normal. That is normal. No matter what anyone says, having dark thoughts is normal. Like, my dark sense of humor is death-based, and it is funny to me. Like, some people be like, ah, yes, I have dark humor. I just want to talk about assault. And I'm like, oh, God damn it. No, that's just you basically feeling helpless and wanting to force power from other people. That's not the same thing, honey. You can tell I'm old because I'm just like, honey, what are you doing? But like, for me, I have dark thoughts all the time in a really complicated kind of way where I'm just kind of like, you know, I'm not gonna go about because I know some of y'all are like triggered as fuck and I don't want to make it like worse because I respect that. You know, but like, as someone who doesn't actually have depression to the point where I think about like self-deletion every day, at least not in a concrete way, because sometimes I do think about it, but more in the, you know, that'd be annoying as hell. Because for me, my thing is always what happens afterwards, because I've, you know, stuff, and I'm like, I don't want, that's annoying. Like, just dealing with, like, you know, what happens afterwards, or even worse, if you basically fuck it up. You're like, I had one job and I fucked it up. Don't do it, by the way. Life is worth living. Don't use a permanent solution to a temporary problem. I think I got that from like Hank Green. Yeah. It was like during a Crash Course, because I used to watch Crash Course. But like, you know, because I honestly do feel like life is worth living. Like, and like, I understand that some people have worse lives than me, obviously, you know, but like, I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna get better because even bad luck gets tired. Everything gets tired, even bad luck. Because my personal thought is, if the worst that could happen is you die. Like, that's, if you are still alive, then it can still get better. Like, sorry if that's very morbid, but that's my personal thought, is if it was truly that bad, you would be dead. So it's okay to keep living. You know, life is not that bad. Life is great, especially if you, again, you know, pay attention to the little things, you know, like a bug, like a cute little bug just kind of crawling around. Oh, this is a fucking roach. Those deserve death. No offense, roaches. I'm pretty sure you're living your little roachy life, but like, y'all icky. I personally feel like, okay, I know not many people believe in like other lives or whatever, but can you imagine with me, go with me on this weird tangent about roaches, cockroaches specifically. Like, imagine there was a world before this one. In this world, there were beings that pissed off another being so much where they're like, you know what? I'm gonna take all of you. I'm gonna and I'm gonna remake the world. But in this world, everyone will have this revulsion towards you and want to kill you. Like, that's how I feel like roaches might have just pissed off a really powerful, like, cosmic being, and the cosmic being remade the world and just decided that cockroaches are like the worst possible thing. I only say that because, like, where I live, they're just reviled. Like, even if it's like one of those itty bitty ones, everyone freaks the fuck out and just like, God, kill it. Like, that's my personal headcanon about cockroaches. That's they were the previous chosen ones and they pissed off their god. What even was that tangent? Damn. I have a lot of weird beliefs. I'm sorry. Yeah. These things are gonna these semi-casuals are going to keep getting weirder. I apologize in advance. But this is how it is because I like to yap. So but I think that'll be it for now. If you appreciate for some reason my weird tangents on the weekend, because I record these on Sunday, so what you gotta say again? Like, subscribe, comment, I don't know. If you don't give me a suggestion on what to talk about next, I will find stupider and weirder things to talk about. I will do it, believe me. Anyway, you have a good day. Even if it seems like nobody loves you, I do, platonically. Have a good day. Be good, behave, and don't be a menace. Bye-bye.